I remember that.
All right, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another My Hero Academia manga chapter read. We got the newest chapter, chapter 393 with us, and I'm here with Mark. And I'm here with... And Mark, there's something I always do before every new chapter. What would that be?
Recap episode!
Yes, the recap episode. We got, real quick, 392. Yeah, so even like that previous chapter before was like 391, and that dealt with, Toga being really pissed off of whatever, like, Uraka said to her. Like, I understand how you're feeling, all this other stuff, yada, yada, yada. We gotta talk our feelings out, and, all this thing about love, you're not actually even expressing love. That's how you can't even utilize all that power of yours. And she's like, how dare you? And then, like, 392 was, like, showing Froppy being restrained. She was about to stab her. I was like, oh, no.
Like, whoa, put down the frog.
And then it goes into more of, like, the back story, a little bit more flashback about how Toga was raised. She was definitely, like, raised differently. She had different interests in mind, and people just didn't really like open up to her, so it just ostracized her even more so. But Araka like made just in time just to like get just a minor like scratch. Well, at least Sue will live.
I was gonna say, he was gonna say Sue. Yeah, I thought you meant the other thing. I was like, that was more than a scratch, but Sue. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she got gashed a little bit, but we'll see how that plays out. We just know that we have Kamui Woods. We got Jiro. They were grabbing Sue real quick, and that was that panel shot that was like, oh.
Oh dear God.
It was quite disturbing.
That's disturbing.
But the worst part is that it looks like she actually got a little bit of like Sue's blood, got Jiro's blood as well. So you're seeing twice clones of them showing up as well, which is really, really bad. And that's when you get that flashback of, Hawks just saying, we gotta kill all of them, because it's a real problem. And that's when Sue, like, cries out to Toga to try to appease her in the sense that, like, Araka's doing something completely, like, against what is being advised, like, right now. And that's, like, just the tougher road that she decided to take, so you should listen to her, Toga. But it was kind of a little too late. Because in the next page, it's like, snap!
Oh.
So, Toga finally got one on Uraka, and
that doesn't go there.
How'd I get in there? And it goes to that last like panel flashback where it shows like, Toga, what'd you want as like a villain name of your own? And this is from twice before he passed, and that was the to be continued. But now is now with 393. Get the continuation of that conversation. The title of this one is A Girl's Ego, number 393. Again, it's the flashback. As twice, as Toga. The League of Villains is also just kind of chilling out as well. I'm not sure exactly when this was. This looks like... was this probably before Gigantomachia?
I would imagine.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we have twice is like, say, Toga, don't you want a villain name of your own? And we got Majestic here, or sorry, Mystic Oppressed, not Majestic. He's like, indeed. Got Spinner. Come to think of it, you and the boss are the only ones here without villain names. And twice continues like, let's name you. Doesn't matter. He's kind of going through like both personalities at that point. Toga's like, no, thank you. Everyone's like, there's a panel where like a lot of people are talking right now. I think that's Compressor over there. Villain name adds a bit of class. Spinner's like, I think he's already kind of trying to come up with some names. Everyone else as well. Vampirus, Carmilla, and Twice like suck, licking or lick a tongue. No way. And she's like, no. And this is when Dob's like, stupid. That's just some crowd-pleasing crap. A holdover from before the quirk registration system. And here's the Cabress like, you're one to talk, Dobby.
It's true because Dabi means cremation.
Oh yeah, this is actually Shigaraki before like the whole fusion bit. But he says there basically used to be no difference between heroes and villains. One theory says that the alias stuff started when you had an anonymous enemy and needed to call him something. From there, some decided to adopt those very nicknames to hide their identities, assuming another identity like a new skin was a matter of survival. And at some point, they went all in with codenames ripped straight from comic books. According to this theory, it all started with people announcing themselves by those aliases. And that's why the world's turned into a comic book. Anyway, I'm good. Names can be cool and all, but said Shigaraki. Doug's like, yay! This is why I joined the league.
Really? This is why?
So she could be herself. She was like, life's too hard in this little bit of like a flashback, but she goes back to her again. I want to live as Himiko Toga. And that's pretty much how it was. And I'll take this last like panel here. But yeah, this was that was the stab. We're going back to present time, like stabbing, and she's like, "Your rules tell you to pity me, but don't you dare."
Yikes.
That's a crazy shot too.
Oh no. Then we move on to this next page here, and we see Uraraka gritting her teeth with the blood coming between them. And we
Whoa.
see and then we see Toga just like as we see Uraraka, it looks like she's suplexing her.
Watch out! Watch out!
And it's more of a throw. It looks like a suplex, but I think she's doing more of a throw.
Oh yeah, yeah. Looks
And
like she. Yeah,
she
okay.
says it's not pity. And then what? She just like sends her sailing.
Mm-hmm.
So she's now Toga's floating thanks to Uraraka's quirk.
Mm.
She touched me, but if I'm floating, so what? No risk there. And then you can see her face. She's like,
Mm-hmm. Getting really dynamic here.
and now you know what the craziest thing to look at this is because that we just know that black background is just twices.
Yeah.
You just see that wave of twices and the two of them in between it all.
Yeah.
You know just the right things to say, but in the end, you'll toss me into a cage on death row, won't you? Or you'll murder me outright, just like they did to Jin.
Hey, yo, that was all Hawks. Just want to just want to put that out there.
I also want to say Hawks didn't want to do that. And then we see her looking just absolutely furious. She's saying, it's win or lose, live or die. A winner takes all survival match. No going back now. Yeah.
The next panel's like real. Well, actually, all these panels are pretty intense.
Hey, give me a second. I gotta grab something real quick.
Okay, okay.
Editing. Oh, you got it?
Yeah. Well, actually, I'll pause for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back.
I'll just start the page. I'll just start this page over again.
Okay, sure.
The second half, at least. I'll just do the whole page. We can see the blood coming out of Uraraka's teeth. Toga is looking like she gets suplexed.
Do we need to go recap all the way?
You're true. Second page then. Or you'll murder me outright, just like they did Jin. It's win or lose, live or die. A winner takes all survival match. No going back now. As we see Uraraka is definitely still bleeding. Just that. Seems like seems like the obvious truth for us both. And then we see over to Toga again. If it's really not pity, then it's just your ego talking. And if our egos are clashing, then
Uh-oh.
Uraraka's still bleeding. We just see this spread. It looks like she has another move going on right now, as she says, "Sad Man's Legion." as we
This is
see
crazy.
as we see Uraraka coming out right there. Is that a Kamui Woods?
Let me. That might be. Yeah, the hair.
And there
Yeah.
and there's a Mandalay over there,
yeah,
or yeah, I think that's
yeah. I
or the
believe.
pic, or is that Pixie Bob? I can't tell.
Oh, you know what? That might be Pixie Bob, the blonde one.
Yeah, I think it's Pixie
Yeah.
Bob.
Okay.
And we see Toga said "Sad Man's Legion," and then she says, "You're dead meat, hero." As we see absolute swarm, like all you see everybody, and all you really see is them, and just shades of black going all around them. We see that happening to Jiro, to Kamui Woods, to Tiger, to Pixie, to let's see who else do we have here? We have what we have our oh my gosh, there's so much going on.
It's a lot. They have a panel that has multiple panels in it, and it's not. It yeah no it's a lot.
But many of our heroes right now are just getting engulfed in this. It's wild, and we get to look at it from far away. Oh my god,
It really looks like a sea.
it really does look like an ocean. And then we can see a helicopter here. Have you ever seen such a thing? Quirks will grow stronger with every generation until no one can hope to control them. Over the years, we've often heard whispers of that doomsday theory, the Quark doomsday theory, which we have
Yeah.
mentioned in the past. All right, I'll take this last one. I'll take this last half, I suppose. Well,
Mm.
here, and then we see Toga is still with the twices right now. Well, here it is, coming to a head today, says our news reporter. See this one girl, her emotions are transforming the very world. As we see Uraraka still with that look of determination, with tears and blood.
Oh my god, dude. This
Bro,
is
Kristoff, this is what Kristoff wanted right here.
this is crazy. I'm not entirely sure if I'm sold on the Doomsday Quirk theory, like on Toga's side of things. Moreover, I saw that definitely like with the kids, where like a lot of their quirks weren't like really identifiable by like specific elements. They were like all fused and they created something very unique.
Yeah, all
But
amalgamations of things.
but I feel like Toga's is a little bit more straightforward. If anything, it's taken on an evolution of itself. Obviously, like quirks evolve like that after
Hmm.
like stress and emotions go like come to a head. But I can also see it here in the sense that like it's like being able to use everyone's quirk and to also be like I guess push forward with emotion here. But in the next page, it is the swarm of all the twice like copied like heroes and twice themselves. And it's just all of them like heading straight for Araka. And Toga's like, go on, crush her. And it's just
I think the Quark Doomsday theory on her end, I can see that because this is nuts.
this is like almost like you could barely even control it. But it could also be one of those quirks that just has like a kind of a loophole as far as like, you know, it feels like it would be limited. But if
The
you
only
use it,
limit the only limit we can see is A, it needs there's two. A, it needs genuine love, and B, it needs blood.
mhm.
Those are the two requisites that we know for her to be able to use it to its full potential.
I can, and in the next panel, I could barely recognize Araka in like that bottom part of like the panel. But she's using her gunhead martial arts.
Bro, gun and martial arts are OP.
Yeah, no. it's a wonder why Gunhunt's been like where he's at. He could really
There
have
it is.
like gotten a lot of like rep for that, but nah, he's cool. Just where he's
Gunhead
at.
is he's the Bruce Lee of this universe.
Yeah, so she grabs like all these different twices and as a result, like sends them floating. And it's gonna be a lot of twices as well. And you just hear them like speak out. So what if we're floating? This is the next page, by the way. There's no damage done. And Rock's like, exactly. My zero gravity isn't a power for hurting people. You just see like Toga absolutely pissed off with it, reminded of something that happened previously. I would never feel happy about dropping a person out of the sky, she said. And I'm trying to see what this panel is all about right here.
I think that's Uraraka again. It looks like like she's coughing.
Oh, I think I could kind of picture that. Yeah, that one's a little bit messy, but I think that might be the point too. But here's some more words. If it's not really pity, then it's just your ego talking. And it looks like ego, huh? You may be right. You intentionally killed people, and I can't wipe your slate clean. Next page. Yet, when I see your face, it's like you had no choice. I figured there must have been a reason. Cause and it's more flashbacks here. Which was this? What was this flashback? This is when she was being lured in by Toga, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that day the world got turned upside down. Yeah, Gigantomachia. What I said made you look so sad. That's right. She made a declaration that was like one exchange from Toga, and then she left. But Toga's now pissed off. Dot dot dot, and then she's like, "You were the sad one. We both were. Listen to me, Himiko Toga. You seriously scared the crap out of me when we first met, cause I didn't understand you back then." And yeah, that's pretty fair.
Yep.
The next panel.
That face.
When Toga goes off about how much she loves like blood.
Yeah, that face.
Given the situation, Arakan continues, how could you grin like that? Such a genuine smile. And she's like, then shut up. And here's a shot of Twice. You'll live as Himiko Toga? Sounds great. Drop all the bodies you like and become whoever the hell you want. Here's I think we're seeing a lot of like just like words of like from like different points in time from Toga's part, and one of them was like, "Stop making that creepy smile," is one of them. But she continues, "Just die. Why won't you just die already?" And in the masses of dark Twice sea, whatever have you, you just see in the center is like a rock right there. She's pushing out. She says, "I know I pushed you away that one time. Maybe this world isn't a place you can be yourself." Next page here. Oh, she's going all in. Or actually, you know what? I think, no, that's Twice's.
Yes, they look scary, so you know it's twice.
Yeah. Just your ego is one word that passes through. I know that, yet even so, yeah, that's Araka right there. As like just like those moments where she was inspired by I just saw was further down below. But back to when she got inspired by seeing that like that one masked hero that got everyone cheering, and she got snot out of her nose.
She's like, "Whoa!"
I observed so many happy faces in my time, and that's when you see like the whiteout panel, if you will, of just two younger versions of both Araka and Toga.
Just like with Izuku and Shigaraki.
Mm-hmm. The parallel there. This little panel on the very bottom of that page, but being able to declare what you love is it's a shot of Deku. And do it with your whole face.
This is intense.
Oh my god! Next, I'm gonna keep continuing.
Horikoshi goes in with these, bro.
It's the half page on this one is well, at least the one page on this one is crazy. It is just a duality of panels between Araka and Toga. Araka like covered in blood, but she's like screaming out, "Well, that smile of yours is so perfect that I'm honestly jealous. You hear me?" And like Toga's like, huh? What? Like some sort of deviant. And here's Araka again, reaching out with her hand. And I don't want to pretend I never saw your amazing smile.
As you suddenly see all these lightning bolts.
Yeah, what's happening? Yeah, it's like a chain reaction. Next page is just float. Just float. that sea of like Dobbies is completely just like she parted the sea. That's what she did.
If you ask me, we just had a quirk awakening.
Actually, when you say it like that, this is kind of unreal. It like, bro, yeah, like it's legitimately parting the sea midair. Toga's like, huh? It's like I'm floating, but Rocket never touched me. Uh, yeah, I think yeah, it's Jiro right there. It's like
Yep.
it spread between the bodies that came into contact, and you see the helicopter reports like this one girl. Yeah, I guess I'll finish the rest.
I was gonna say, I was like, I'm gonna continue. I'm like, oh, he's just gonna finish this thing. Like,
Look, I can't erase all your crimes or approve of anything you've done, but if any part of you still feels like talking to me, you can have a lifetime's worth of my blood. So let's just have a chat about romance, Himiko Toga.
look at that cute little panel.
That little panel where it's Toga, like little Toga crying and little Rocket like rolling up her sleeve, allowing for a bite.
Oh, oh, oh.
So ultimately, one, this is the quirk awakening for Uraka. But two, it's one of those things where she knows that like the society that they both live in and have to kind of work around don't really comply with like how they both want to kind of go about things, but they'll try their best in their own way, and that's her ultimate solution, I believe, and that's what she's trying to get her poison across with Toga in hopes to like appease her. I'm not sure
Yeah,
if it.
she's taking Deku's approach, and it's really working out.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like. I remember like when I looked at this and I saw the lightning, I was like,
I was like, one for all.
I was like, oh, oh. And then you see like when they say I'm floating, but Uraka never touched me.
Yeah,
It's like it's spread between the bodies that came into contact. I was like, yo, she don't even gotta touch no more.
yeah, that's actually kind of well. If it's strictly by that definition, then there is like that limitation, but it's definitely a step forward. It's kind of
That's
like
that.
it's
Her quirk has gotten a lot stronger.
yeah, it's kind of like Shigaraki's for sure, where it's like you just have to touch like the other thing that I'm touching, and it works.
It's like, but you think about her power output right here. Look at that entire like ocean just
Mm-hmm.
like split. She Moses it.
Yeah, that's
That
insane,
is nuts.
bro. That's good. Like I'm glad that we're having all these different like perspectives like during like this like conflict, and gives like all the different like class 1A specifically moments to shine, and not just moments to shine, but also like situations like this where you see a quirk awakening as well, and you see like the feat. It seems like they're kind of like on that same level as like other heroes, and I feel like that at the end of like the series, that's kind of what you want. I mean, obviously Deku's kind of like right there already, but
Yeah,
now
like
we're
everyone's pretty much at their end game power ups right now.
yeah,
It's like we still have yet to see the end game power ups for a couple of people,
yeah.
namely like Aoyama,
Mm.
Bakugo.
I think
Like
Bakugo like really like hit that peak though. I mean, he was at death's door too, but like
that's what I'm wondering if once he gets back from Death's Door, we might see a little something.
okay, yeah, I got
It's
you.
like Headshot's doing his best right now.
Oh yeah,
And like if I had to guess, next chapter we're either going to see the conclusion of this,
hmm,
or we might shift perspective. But I'm gonna assume we'll finish this and then it's gonna shift perspective.
yeah, that's what I think too.
And where we're going after this, I would assume All Might.
Iron Might,
I've
let's
been waiting to have it.
go!
Come on, come on.
I'm gonna be so hyped for that. But this is also really hyped too.
I'm just wondering what kind of suit Iron Might has right now that's gonna stop All for One.
It's gonna attempt to stop this man.
I was like, bro, that better be some really advanced tech in there.
Hmm. Man, dude, I can't even imagine even that outcome. But yeah, everyone's got like an opportunity to grow. Honestly,
Even Koda and Koda and Shoji even got a chance to
yeah, they
really
did. They had Quirk Awakening too.
like Shoji called a freaking horde,
Hmm.
and then Shoji had a nice power up.
I think
Oh,
Sue. Unfortunately, Sue has to take sidelines on this one, but like
there's only
she,
so much you can do with Frog.
there's only so much you can do with Frog. And honestly, like Sue has been like kind of top tier since the get go.
This is a gecko and she's a frog.
She grows a tail. Uh-oh. What's going
Oh,
on?
there's also the so I think the people who still have left to show are Aoyama, Sero, and Mineta. Then again, Mineta did kind of go down already.
Yeah, like I can't even imagine like what his Quirk Awakening would be, but the fact is that like I think they just gave him that spotlight to talk to like all for one like that. Fair
I think that was
enough.
his moment.
I think that might have been the moment that to literally save another person's life just by stalling for time like that.
It's like, take my quirk. You get the coolest hair ever.
Mm-hmm. Tokiyami, technically speaking, has like continued like up the ante of like with his abilities, so he's
Oh, yeah, he
good.
had his moment.
Did we talk about Kaminari?
Kaminari!
Like his is kind of straightforward, but it would just be nice if he had like a higher tolerance level to his stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. He hasn't had his moment just yet.
Yeah, he's been playing support, which is still good. And I'm trying to think of the other characters.
Momo?
Momo's is interesting in the sense that I think she would have to create something like massive, and I don't know what that would be.
The world's biggest air mattress.
If she honestly, if she made another like UA high in the sky, that would be it. That would
Bro,
be
imagine how
like
much you'd have to eat for that.
everyone like looks at like the debris of UA and then they look up and like, wait, what the hell? What? There's another one?
You just see her absolutely tired because she just ate an entire buffet.
My God. Yeah, it'd be cool if we could see all these different awakenings, but also realistically, I can also see them just not trying to do that to a certain extent. Some of them are just good as they are, but I guess that remains to be seen. But yeah, it looks
Who's
like.
after the
But I think this might be like this is like the climax of this confrontation. So hopefully, Toga will come to her senses and just kind of like, if anything, lose that will to fight back. And that should dissipate all the Twices as well. But that will be like a goodbye to Twice's quirk as well.
that the last time we'll see the sad man himself.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. I'm gonna go ahead and check, but if you know when the next chapter's set to be released.
It says in 7 days.
Okay, okay.
We'll see if it stays on schedule.
Okay, yeah, for sure. But I guess for now, we'll go ahead and call it here. So, guys, appreciate you guys for tuning in for another iteration of our My Hero Manga Chapter Reads. We'll be back again with 394. But until then, appreciate everyone for tuning in. And we hope to see everybody in the next one. Hashtag bye, everybody.